So let's start with just a little quick sketch, just to help get us oriented, so we know which equation we're going to use. So vertices at 4, 0, and at negative 2, 0. Okay? So with that information alone, we know which way our major axis is going to run. Is our major axis going to run horizontally or vertically? It's going to run horizontally. Major axis runs through the vertices. So since it's horizontal, we're going to have the A value under our X term. So we're going to be using the equation where A is under our X term and B is under our Y. So we're going to be using that formula. So we need the values of H, K, and A, and B. So given the vertices, we can also kind of identify where our center is going to be located. Given those two vertices, where do we think our center will be? Right in the middle, right? 1, 0. Okay? It would help if that circle would stay there. Okay? That's where our center will be located, at 1, 0. Remember, we can always use our midpoint formula. If we can't see through inspection where that's going to be, we get a formula which is going to be the sum of our x's divided by 2 and the sum of our y's divided by 2. We plug in both our vertices into that formula and we'll get that center location right here. Okay, so you can always use midpoint formula. We can also kind of see where our foci are. Let's change colors here. Our foci are at 3, 0 and at negative 1, 0. All right. So we've got center for H and K. We need to figure A and B. A measures the distance from what to what? Center to the vertices. How far away is the center from our vertices? 3. 1, 2. Okay. So A has to be 3. All right. Where do we get B from? What does B tell us? The covertices. Are we given the covertices? No. So we have to use something else to find our B value. Okay. What else can we use to find our B value? The Pythagorean relation. So we can use our B squared plus C squared equals A squared. Okay, well we've got A, so that gives us 9. We need to solve for B. That means C needs to be given somewhere else. What does C measure? Distance from what to what? The focus. How far away is our focus from the center? 2. 1, 2. So our C is 2, meaning C squared is 4, meaning B squared is 5, meaning B is the square root of 5. So we've got everything that we need to plug into our equation. We need our center, we need our B, we've got our A, we've got our B, we've got our center. So we just plug it all in. So X minus H is 1 squared over A squared is 9 plus Y minus 0. We don't need anything there, so we'll just leave it squared. Y minus 0 is Y squared. And then B squared is 5 equals 1. And there's our equation. Find your center, find A, find B. Okay, uno más. This is a little trickier. This is where the diagram really comes in handy. So we have a center given at 3, negative 2. And vertice at 3, negative 7. 3, negative 7. And at negative 7, negative 2. Problem is, those vertices aren't in line with each other. So, strictly speaking, one of those has to be a co-vertice and the other major vertice, since they're not in line. So, is the one to the left or the one below going to be the major vertice? The one to the left. How do we know the one to the left? Further away from our center. Okay? Further away from our center is our major vertice, which makes this one our co-vertice. Is our major axis horizontal or vertical? Horizontal, so we're going to use that same equation from last time. X minus h squared over a squared plus y minus k squared over b squared equals 1. Okay, we've got center already. We can go ahead and plug in h and k. We just need to find a and b. All right, any ideas for a? How'd you get 10? Counted from where to where? Vertice to center. Vertice to center. That's 10 units away. So, A is 10 squared. What about B? 5. Co-vertice to center. We get 5 squared. 100 and 25. And there's our equation. Not so bad. If there's a lot of information presented, try not to get overwhelmed when you start with the basics. Where's the center? Which way is the major axis? And then build on that. Add in the focus, add in the co-vertices until you have enough information to identify center, A value, and the B value. Okay? Piece by piece. Okay? Any other questions, comments, concerns, queries? So,